One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Hoosiers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it to the right here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Makes the catch. It's Brown. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the 1st down marker.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
The Gators really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on 3rd down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, 4th down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end, but forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on 4th down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
And he made the extra point without problem. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Moore to the air. Quick completion on the out. He'll be forced out of bounds right at the 30-yard line as they try to grind out some room.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Give to the back. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Hamilton. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Moore will throw. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
They'll have to settle for a field goal try. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it's no good. He missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
Across the 45. Down the seam on the left. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
And he finds the end zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And he puts through the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. Snags it inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
the entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Fires to the tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Moore to the air. The screen, and watch out. Touchdown, Hoosiers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Coming out with it, it's Jacobs. The Gators sending the offense back to work. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Jacobs. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those 1st downs, get those big chunks.
Here comes the heat. Quarterback now breaking the field. Got room at the 35. Sweet spin. There he goes. At the 20. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, he just makes it look so fun to play quarterback. Like, he's playing his own little game. He just scrambles around, takes off. Nobody can catch him all the way to the house for 6.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Moore will throw. To sure hands, it's Hamilton. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on 1st down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed 1st down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put...
There he goes! And he's brought down after a nice game.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Punch it out of the air. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time. But how confusing is it, Palmer, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
And I put my tight end in the slot to get a good matchup, right? And I throw these corner routes to him. Here's the good thing about being a quarterback. I can kind of underthrow those if I want. Those big bodies, they usually come back and get it, and they're so much more physical than the guys they're going against. Nice throw, nice catch.
Motion from the wide receiver. On the run, it's Braswell. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games.
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Now they're going to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's Jacobs. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Takes it from the gun on third down. Rushes on him. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Fourth down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it.
Timeout, Florida.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points, and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
More to the air. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
This just looks like too much backyard football from this quarterback right now. We've already seen a pick in this game. Bad fundamentals on that last throw, throwing it off his back leg. He needs to trust his coaching. He just needs to settle himself down.
It's complete to the left. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He leaves it with his back. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point here and stop the bleeding.
Can White cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put?
Sneaks it into the end zone.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. All by himself. There he goes. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Wants to throw on first down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And that is just what this defense needed. Nice job getting upfield, getting after the quarterback, putting that last play behind him. Big gain, so what? Great job being dialed in on first down to the pass and getting the sack.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. Trying play action. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that's why you got to avoid 3rd and long situations if you're on offense, because the defense knows it's pass, and all these guys are pinning their ears back. They're getting upfield, and you're under so much duress. On top of that, you give up a fumble. That is a huge play for the defense.
It's hard hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the back. Moore will throw. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The noise is deafening, trying to make sure only the Gators get out of the swamp on 3rd down. Snagged in the middle, it's Hamilton. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
He's got it on the move. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Pushes toward the goal line. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. The defense going to stop the clock for the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And you're going to need more of this in the second half. That's the way you punctuate a drive at the end of the first half to cut this to a one-possession game. Need more of that physicality in the second half.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. The give to the tailback. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The Gators headed quickly to the line. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Now facing a 3rd and long. He'll set up to throw. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
They punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch around the 50. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Moore to the air. Throws to the wideout. Passes incomplete. incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And then one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under heavy pressure, lights it fly. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They ought to have some confidence based on that first half performance, but they certainly can't let up in a game like this.
And I think this possession is really, really important. I say that because they had a lot of success, but they're still losing because the defense can't stop anyone. They need to set the tone here in the second half.
And it's exactly that, David. You got to create momentum here early in the second half. You only do that by going out, marching the ball down the field, and scoring right away, trying to put pressure on the opposing offense.
Moore will throw. Pressure coming. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Now on the option. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here, trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Back to pass on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Brown. Crosses the 30. He's got away. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Gator.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field, and score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ball State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Muncie for some time. They are up by 21 over Western Kentucky. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to end. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Makes the catch at the 20. Touchdown, Indiana! And the comeback is on.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. Looking to throw on first down. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. Just weren't able to come down with that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Brown. And they'll pick up the first down and park it at the 47.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the end route there.
Looking to throw on first down. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, we haven't seen this very much today. A quarterback missing on a pass. Of course, his offense is rolling right now. He's already thrown 2 TDs. He's in a very, very good rhythm. The defense needed a play like that to try to catch their breath and maybe gain some momentum.
Got it set up on the outside. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. Wants to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Punt is on its way. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And the Hoosiers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Sends it back in motion. Moore to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Barker. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking downfield on first down. That's caught. It's Bond.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
And the Hoosiers have their offense in high gear. To the air on first down. He lobs one high down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, Hoosiers! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Daniels. Looking for space to the left. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Gets the back moving. On the direct snap, it's Braswell. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. With the catch, it's Daniels. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jacobs. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be fourth down.
Now, fourth down.
A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is four down territory. The offense still on the field. We'll send the tight end in motion. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Florida.
A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on fourth. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gators will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Moore will throw. Got his man. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
This defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman-caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in, it's Hamilton. Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock. And they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Makes the catch. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it a running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you can tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
And they did everything right in this 4-minute type situation, trying to bleed the clock. First you get the completion, then you get the first down, and you stay in bounds. You could not execute that play any better.
The Hoosiers have it with a 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it on the run. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. This crowd unhinged, trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. Finds his big tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Nebraska is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 22 over the Red Hawks of Miami. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jackson. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
The Gators with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's a heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Find some fresh air. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want it.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Fights his way for a couple, but stopped short of the marker. It's 4th and 1.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming.
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Bought a little time, lets it go. Zings it complete to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I don't know if the defense came into this one expecting the fullback to be a weapon catching the ball, but that play didn't look like they were ready for him. He catches it, turns it upfield for the first.
And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a man. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waning moments. That could be a costly play.
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Leaves it with the running back. How about that defense getting back there? He'll lose a couple.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He cannot get there. It'll be 4th down.
And even though his team is trailing, this guy has stepped up time and time again for his offense. Already over 100 yards and now comes up with a massive play in a 2-minute situation.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Unloads to the right. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8.